Welcome to the West Wing Week, your guide to everything that's happening at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. This week, President Obama traveled to Chrysler's plant in Toledo to congratulate auto workers on the turnaround they helped bring about at Chrysler and the impact that saving the company is having on the community. At Northern Virginia Community College, the president announced new initiatives that will improve our manufacturing workforce and help us compete in a 21st century global economy. He also welcomed German Chancellor Angela Merkel to the White House for an official visit. That's June 3rd to June 9th, or way to get our money back.
I have managed the investment at Chrysler for the past 2 years.
Good job.
So.
Way to get our money back.
Yeah, thank you.
On Friday, June 3rd, President Obama traveled to Toledo, Ohio to visit Chrysler's Supplier Parks complex. Before heading to Chrysler Park, the president made a surprise lunch stop at Rudy's Hot Dog, a family-run business established in 1920. The president was greeted by one of the brothers who runs the six-store chain and sat down for Rudy's famous chili dog with Toledo Mayor Michael Bell.
How you doing? Good. I gotta try this one too.
At Chrysler, the president toured the Jeep Wrangler assembly line, spoke to workers there, and shook hands at the end of the afternoon shift. Shortly after the president took office, the American auto industry was on the brink of liquidation, a collapse that many analysts say would have caused 1 million American workers to lose their jobs. The president, though, made a decision to rescue the American auto industry. Now, just 2 years later, the unthinkable has happened. Chrysler is gaining market share, investing in their plants, creating jobs, making a profit, and the company has repaid all of the money committed to them by the Obama administration 6 years early. The company is now positioned for success, and it's had a significant impact, not just on Chrysler workers, but on the broader Toledo community.
So I placed my bet on you. I put my faith in the American worker. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to do that every day of the week because what you've done vindicates my faith.
After his Chrysler visit, the president spent time talking to people in the community, small business owners and other workers that rely on the economic activity generated by the success of the Chrysler plant, like the folks at Fred's Hardware.
Here's the thing, my wife's into gardening, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I was thinking maybe, do you have like a gardening section?
We got everything you need.
What I'm thinking is maybe like a couple, maybe some gardening gloves. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's your professional recommendation?
Oh, yeah.
On Monday, June 6th, President Obama sat down for interviews with regional television reporters from Washington, D.C., Cleveland, and Detroit in the Eisenhower Executive Office Building to discuss the resurgence of the American auto industry and his visit with workers in Toledo.
All I think about every day when I wake up in the morning is how can I put people back to work and how can I increase people's wages and incomes so that they can afford to live the American dream.
Later, the president met with recipients of the 2010 Kavli Prizes to recognize their contributions to astrophysics, nanoscience, and neuroscience.
I'm glad that we're able to bring you in here just so that what we're trying to do is constantly highlight great accomplishments in science so that you guys get maybe not as much attention as pro basketball players, but a close game last night. It was a good game.
On Tuesday, June 7th, the President and First Lady welcomed Chancellor Angela Merkel to the White House for an official visit and state dinner. Nearly 5,000 people gathered on the south lawn of the White House to welcome the Chancellor to Washington. The President and Chancellor Merkel held bilateral meetings and discussed a host of issues, including our dynamic economic partnership with Germany and how to capitalize on our relationship to create jobs.
Hundreds of thousands of American jobs are supported by our exports to Germany. Hundreds of thousands of Americans work for German companies that have chosen to invest in America.
The President also discussed the current trajectory of the American economy.
The overall trend that we've seen over the last 15 months, over 2 million jobs created over the past 15 months, a rebounding of the manufacturing sector in the United States that's exemplified by the recovery of the big three automakers here. All indicates that we have set a path that will lead us to long-term economic growth. But we've still got some enormous work to do.
The visit culminated with a state dinner, where the President presented Chancellor Merkel, the first woman chancellor in German history, and a voice for human rights around the world, with the highest honor a president can bestow on a civilian.
Presidential Medal of Freedom to Dr. Angela Merkel.
You can all applaud.
On Wednesday, June 8th, President Obama traveled to Northern Virginia Community College to discuss the importance of training and preparing our workforce to compete for new advanced manufacturing jobs. He also announced new commitments that will make it possible for 500,000 community college students to get industry-accepted credentials for manufacturing jobs that companies across America are looking to fill.
Because the irony is, even though a lot of folks are looking for work, there are a lot of companies that are actually also looking for skilled workers. There's a mismatch that we can close, and this partnership is a great way to do it.
The president welcomed President Goodluck Jonathan of Nigeria to the White House to discuss the latest regional and global developments in deepening our strong bilateral partnership. Later, in the East Room, President Obama congratulated the BCS national champion Auburn Tigers football team. He also welcomed former press secretary and Auburn's greatest fan, Robert Gibbs, back to the White House for the occasion. On Thursday, June 9th, President Obama welcomed President Ali Bongo Ondimba of Gabon to the White House to advance the important partnership between the United States and Gabon on a range of critical regional and global issues. Also in the Oval Office, the president met with the 2010 and 2011 Scripps National Spelling Bee champions. To find out more information on any of these topics or to see complete videos of these events, go to whitehouse.gov. And thanks again for checking out your West Wing Week.
Now, what was your winning word?
Symatricus.
Symatricus.
Yeah.
Symatricus. S-Y... No? Okay, I already got gonged. Okay, go ahead, spell it.
Symatricous.
Okay, and what is Symatricus?
It means having wavy hair.
Oh, interesting.